Okay.
Okay. So to start off, we pick a design part to keep, so we have something to go off of. And I'm gonna pick this black one. And then we pick a parts.
Oops.
Oh yeah. We pick up a part from the part place. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick a white one. And put it in my garage.
I will take this happy little green sporty car, put him in my garage here. And obviously an accompanying white cube.
Move this down.
Why don't you go ahead on the certification?
Okay. And then I'm gonna choose the time.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and take the certification book here, since no matter what I'm furthest right, so I get to place my figure first. Take my certification book, put it on my board here, and then I choose a department. Well, I could attempt to avoid getting bludgeoned over the head by Sandra here in the Testing and Innovation Department when she loops around the track to the right there. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go to the Design Department first to get myself started.
Alright. I actually think I'm going to go here and see about getting started on that.
Well, we resolved the track from left to right, so...
Sandra doesn't... Not this turn, no. That's next turn. Anyway, so since I'm here, I'm going to use my first action to upgrade this part. Flip it over to the upgrade part. But since I don't have a yellow cube, I'm going to use my random wild part cube for that. I'll move the yellow cube up so that it'll be worth 2 points. And then I will place a yellow cube in the building space. And then I will bank a time for the use at the end of my shift. And then with 2 more time left, I'm going to move up 2 on the certification track.
Okay. So, I need to pick some designs.
Lay him down to show I've taken my turn.
I have 3 actions, and I think I definitely am going to take these. I'm kind of going to go for a power green car thing at the moment, I think. I'll be able to score multiple overlapping points during the end of week phase if I can get all this together, and I'm going to get 2 shifts for picking those 2 tiles.
Yeah.
I'd love to take that one as well, but I can't. It's still on the stack, and I'm not certified yet, so I don't have that power. I suppose I could take some other design. You never know when oops, you're upside down. Ooh, and now you're on the wrong stack. There we go. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and advance a space myself. Get myself out of the danger zone over here. Then I will go to sleep. Being the first turn, Sandra will, do cool office stuff. She's got to, type on her computer, do.
Yep.
Personnel files, Okay.
As a note, I when I completed my design, I got 2 points, which I did.
Now my 2 shifts that I had acquired, I will bank, like so.
Yep.
And we're going to go over to the person farthest left there on the board, who will pick a new space.
Yep.
Can't be in the same department, and in the 2-player game, it can't be in the same department as Sandra is currently.
So I'm going to go here to parts
Over
and
parts.
requisitions.
Makes sense.
Yep. Whatever shall you do?
Well, looks like I'm definitely going to get dinged over there in testing innovation. I can't really stop it short of taking kind of a subpar action. Can't stay where I am. You know what? Maybe I'll just go ahead and get the jump on you in parts. I'll get one less shift, but I think it might be worth it. 'Cause that's really where I need to be right now. And then good old Sandra will go to the first available space. So she will resolve first. We will reference our handy dandy, very, very useful, good job, Stronghold, chart here for Sandra. We see that she is in testing and innovation. We are in mean mode, so it's a penalty for having 2 or fewer upgrades. And it applies to the player farthest back on the training track, which is currently me. I do not have, or I have 2 or fewer upgrades. I have 0. So she is going to penalize me a number of points equal to the number of shifts less than 5 that I have, which is 1, 2, 3. So I am going to go 1, 2, 3 back on the point chart. Also, while she's here, she is going to advance the pace car, which is this little guy, 1 space. Every time he reaches a checkerboard there, he's going to trigger a meeting at the end of the round.
Yep. Okay. Well, then.
Next up is me.
Yep.
Thank you. So, the parts department. How this is going to work is I'm going to choose one of my 2 parts cards to play. I have to do this, and it's going to cost me one of my 2 shifts. However, in exchange, I get to bank 1. And I will choose how to position it on the board. Whichever side of the line a picture is on, if it's in the correct column, will produce a part, or 2 if there's more than 1 symbol. Now I want a white, a blue, and a black. There are no whites, though I already have one. A blue and a black would be really nice. So I could play it like this. So I'm missing out on the double orange, but I'm producing a blue and a black, which is what I'm really after. So I have only 1 action remaining. I'm going to take the blue cube for that action. I hate to do it. She's going to ding me again, but I will go ahead and spend a shift to take the black one as well. Now I have all the parts I need for my upgrades. So I'm going to go to sleep. I will take the shift I've just acquired, going back up to 2, and end my turn.
Alright, here's your new parts card.
Why, thank you.
Alright, oh, and you banked the shift.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I am kind of running around doing things, and I'm going to play this one, like, will it play both? Yeah, because the whites will still go off. Right? Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to play it this way, because it's optimal for my purposes. The whites, and the black and the blue. That was 1 shift. So for my second shift, I will... Oh, you didn't refill the designs.
Oh, you're right. I did not.
I'm going to go ahead and take this pink cube. And then for my third shift, I'm going to go with the black cube.
Okay.
Alright, I'll lay that down.
Okay. Now we're all out of peeps. So next, Sandra will stand back up and move over to the assembly department. I will stand up and head on over to testing and innovation, because I have me some serious tests to perform.
Yeah, I will stand up and head over to the design.
Excellent. I was hoping you would do that.
Of course you
Because my secret plan that she's totally unaware of is to get her to acquire some designs to move up my green, so hopefully I can pull him out of a good spot. So, while I'm here in testing innovation, though, I have 3 special designs and 3 cubes.
And
So,
3 actions.
right indeed. So I think number 1, white cube to upgrade. So she'll advance the white. Ooh, you know, if I get a bunch of shifts, I can shield my from Sandra's wrath for a little while. So I think, bank 1, upgrade for action 2. 2 more points. Oh, I'll just get my points in a second. Cube the next. Bam. Shift bank. And upgrade design number 3. Shift bank. Like so. And no, I don't want to spend them the whole points to make a shield. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because now that I've acquired 3 shifts, I have 5 in the bank.
Yep.
She's going to take points away from me equal to 0 while I have these shifts.
There you go.
Sandra-proof force field.
Alright. Well, now she's in the assembly line. So, she's looking for more than 2... Sorry. For more than 2...
You mean for 2 or fewer?
For 2 or fewer
cars in your garage.
Yeah.
Now, normally, the person on the top of the stack, when 2 pieces are stacked, is considered, you know, ahead of the other person. However, for the purpose of Sandra beatings, we're both considered last place.
Right.
So, do either of us have 2 or more cars?
Nope.
Or more than 2 cars?
Nope.
No, we do not. We each have empty garages.
Yep.
So, she's going to look at each of us and say, penalty time. So, less than 5. In my case, that's 0. In your case,
It's 2.
so you are going to go back, pew, pew. And then she will empty all assembly spaces. We haven't had a chance to fill any assembly spaces yet, so that's not actually doing anything, but you'll be seeing it soon.
Alright. And...
There she goes.
Alright, yep. And then I will sort of oblige Phil in the plan that I don't know about, which will bank me a shift. And then I'm gonna go with this blue car. And yep, that's what I'm getting.
Ah, so how many spaces are you going up?
1. You know what? 2.
No longer in the back.
Yes. And then
Sort
now
of
that
your
my
shield.
shift is over.
Okay. So, you lay down, go.
Yep.
Alright, so I will stand up and... Curses. I need to get back over to the design department, but the space I want is definitely not open.
Yep.
Maybe I'll take this chance to go over here to administration. I'm going to get 2 actions either way, but it's a good chance to advance a little over here. This is usually the harder department to advance in. So
Yes.
I'll head over there. And then Sandra will pop away. Meow. Meow.
She's gonna pop into parts.
And smack you in the face.
Only if I use my parts. Bum, 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 bum. And I can't go to parts now because Sandra's there.
What you gonna do? Sure.
I'm gonna do something. That's gonna be awesome.
Breakdance.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Head spin. Alright, where are you going?
Ooh, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna go to testing and innovations.
3?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that makes you first.
I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do with that. I'm going to do probably something silly. But I'm going to... Oh, hey, you got a chair.
Oh, I did. You're right. Oh, well, hold on. Let's explain
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry.
These two tiles here indicate a number of upgrades. The first person to get that many gets a seat. Since I built 3 upgrades, I satisfied that requirement, and I get a seat. Which means... Oh, aren't we supposed to start with one?
Oh, yeah, we are. Sorry.
Yeah. Seats are a chance to sing our own praises during a meeting. In other words, a chance to score cards. So, I now have a second chance to get up and tell Sandra just how awesome I am and how much I do for this company.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. I am going to, in order to preserve myself, I'm going to advance 1, 2, why not 3. So I'll get my certification in this department, which will be really awesomely handy later on in the game when I get to double score a part for a thing. And then, as I hit the top, I'll get a chair, and I get to pick one of these reward tiles, of which I will choose a book.
Excellent.
Yes. Alright.
Okay, so you get a seat as well.
I do.
Alright. Next, Sandra terrorizes the parts department.
Yep.
So, she's going to look at both of us, and she's going to ask, do either of you have 2 or fewer parts? Well, I have 2 or fewer parts, but I still have 5 shifts in the bank, so, she's thinking, oh, he doesn't have a lot of parts, but he's clearly building to something. He's got a plan, she's thinking.
Then she looks at me and goes, oh, well, she has more than the required
There you go.
parts, so obviously...
So no one gets a ding.
Yep. And
Then, while she's here, she's going to remove all but 1 part from each warehouse. So, goodbye, white cube.
she does not like extra parts in the warehouse.
It's waste and inefficient.
Is.
Good night, Sandra.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Good night, me too.
And now I am going to take my 2 actions. I'm going to use them in the design department here. Well, I'm going to use one of them to acquire this green car. Again, I'd really love to take this green car off the pile here, but I can't. Grr. Then, I'm going to do some advancing in administration. I really don't want to set myself up for a ding, but I would really like to certify this department. Decisions. Yeah, it's just not worth it right yet. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my 1 shift to advance 1, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my book to advance a 2nd. Get myself a nice little boost there in admin. But it's just not worth spending a shift and taking the point dings to certify, since certification in this department just unlocks a 5th chair, which I'm nowhere near to needing. So I go, Bronkachu, and you pick a department.
Yeah. Well, I am actually, before she gets a chance to close me out of it, gonna go to designs.
Makes sense. And then she will come join you in designs.
Unfortunately, which means she's gonna trigger it first.
Yes, indeed.
But I think you're the one she's gonna look at regardless of me.
Yeah, as
Okay.
it stands, yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. Ooh, dang. I wanted to go over to the assembly line, but I have no parts to start building cars with, so I better go to the parts department.
Yep.
Wherein I will evaluate my 2 parts cards.
Because he's first in line, he has to.
I am, unfortunately, after particular colors, since to build green cars, I need to provide parts associated with their upgrades before I can provide any other kind of part. So blue helps, as does black and white. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ooh, that's
do it, won't
very
you?
optimal.
It is. Very cool. I like it. And I get to bank a shift out of it. So actually it'll be safe to spend a shift if I want to. Which I think I will want to.
1 black and 2 blues.
Very cool. Okay, and yeah, I am cleaning out the... Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
I only have 5 spaces.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess what I'll have to do is throw away one of these blues. Because I want this mixture here for optimal green car production. Or do I? I only have 1 pattern. No, this is still better. Yeah, okay, so now I have a fully stocked parts warehouse. Very cool.
Yep.
And I had to spend a shift to do so, but I banked 1 for playing my parts card, so I go right back up to 5. Really wish I could spare some shifts to advance in this department. Oh, but I can't. I've used 4 anyway. Okay, so there I go.
Alright, so Sandra triggers.
Yeesh, got a bunch of upside down tiles.
Yeah. And she's gonna see. She's gonna look at you, looking for 2 or fewer designs.
Which I certainly qualify for.
Yep.
But I've managed to hold on to my 5 shifts.
Yep.
So no punishment for me.
Alright.
She will, however, remove 4 rightmost tiles and shuffle the center deck.
Yep.
So I'll take care of that. And while it's going on, you can perform your departmentalisms.
That would be cool. Alright. I really want to start having designs to be able to upgrade, to build from the upgrades I'm going to do. So I'm going to spin a shift for this black one. And blue one. And with my 3rd, I'm going to get my certification, which will open up another design space on my board. And I get a book and a shift, since it's the end of my turn. Okay.
Okay, indeed. Well, then everyone is nappy time, and it comes back around to me.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm gonna stay the course. I'm gonna head over to assembly.
Okay.
Sandra will go clink. I'm up. And go to her office.
I am going to go over here.
Well, that makes you first then.
It does. So I'm going to spend a pink cube on this blue car. Let's just go with the shift. Shifts are good. Yeah, we'll go with the shift. I'll hold on to that thought for a second. And then, oh, thank you. Then we will not do that. We're going to go ahead and make our yellow. So that's 2 and 4 points. And yellow, we'll take the book. And we'll move it up. That's not yellow. Yellow car. Black thing. Oh, thank you. Alright, so there's my book. And there's my time.
Okay. So it's nappy
There's
time.
my nappy time.
Now, this is how we are going to assemble cars.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, since I have all of these upgrades, I have to provide these colors first. Every time I provide a color, which I'm just going to go ahead and make 3 of these. Every time I provide a color, it adds another car of that color to the track, bumping the others forward. So this is car number 1, following the arrows there. This is car number 2, which will push him onto the test track there, available for acquisition. And this is car number 3. Now, I'm definitely building more green cars than I strictly need, but crossing down the center column, each of them is worth 2 points, and trading a cube for 2 points is a pretty good deal. Plus, this ensures that even if she somehow manages to snipe one of my green cars, there will still be one available.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright.
And, well, hold on. Do I want to spin a shift? You know what? I do. I gotta start advancing. It's dangerous, but it's gotta be done.
It is. So, now Sandra's going to initiate the end of week meeting.
Okay. Which is just going to look at our tested designs.
Right. And since
Neither of us has a car in our garage,
yep.
there are no tested designs.
Yep.
So nothing particularly much is going to happen this time around. So, to that,
yep.
and we move on.
Okay. I would get to move my thing first, yes. Yes. And I need more parts.
You can never have enough parts.
This is true.
Okay, well, I had a plan, but now I'm kind of starting to rethink it. I think... Is it worth it? Because that's a lot of effort. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Excuse me. And Sandra will jump around here. She's going to take a peekity peek at the department, see that I am a hideous train wreck of a failure in testing and innovation, even though
Yep.
I was totally innovating before innovating was cool.
Well, you have enough.
And then she's going to find me severely wanted. Oh, actually, no, she isn't.
No,
not in this
not.
department,
She's
because I
not
have
gonna
plenty of
find
upgrades.
Exactly.
So, no penalty.
Yep, you're good. I'm better, but you're good.
And let's see. So, then she's going to advance the pace car.
Yep.
So we will soon be seeing a meeting.
Yep.
Okay. And then it's you.
It sure is. And then I never get the parts I want. We'll go ahead with this one. Play it on this side. So I get both a white and a pink out, along with the 2 oranges. And then with my 2 shifts left, I will take both. I'll take the pink, and actually I'm going to take a yellow.
Okay.
Yes. And bank that. You know what? Before I bank that, I'm going to use a shift to do that, and then I'll bank it.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to totally take the screen design, of course, for a book. Then I'm going to use 2 actions to advance 2 spaces, certifying myself in design here.
Mm-hmm.
The fringe benefit being I can now pull tiles off the top of the stack, which I will spend a shift to do. I really want this plain green because it's the most desirable one to spend on actually acquiring a car.
Which is also fun and dear.
Okay. So Sandra gets to go. She'll hop on over to assembly. What the butt, Sandra? What the butt?
Yep. Yep. Well, I guess I'm going to go places that are awesome, like the office.
Okay. Well, I really wanted assembly, but I can't. So maybe I'll line up some parts. Parts are always a good thing. So first, Sandra is going to critique our assembly technique.
Oh, and unfortunately that's me.
That's you. And you have 2 or fewer cars.
Yep.
So she will ding you -1 points.
What? No, she won't. Oh. Oh, that's right, because I'm not on 5.
You're not gaining points or anything, but you're not losing any
So,
because
that's
you don't
cool.
have less than 5.
Yes. Alright, I'm good. Sorry.
Anyway, while she's there, she's going to empty the assembly line spaces, clearing out those cubes I left behind. And then it moves on to me. And I will choose a card to play. Oops, I never drew a second parts card.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Sorry again.
Okay, let's see. I need yellow and pink, it seems. So I may as well do it this way. So, 2 yellows, pink, blue. Alright, let's see. I'll take the yellows and pinks for sure, which will fill up my parts bucket quite nicely. And, yeah, well, what the heck, it seems to be my deal lately. I'll spend, I have a book, which I will spend, and a shift, and I'm going to go boink, boink, and I really wish I could get one more boink, but I can't.
Nope.
So, such is life. Then I banked the shift for the parts, or did I already?
No, you didn't.
I didn't, okay. So I go nappy time.
Yep. And, being here, I'm gonna use my 3 books.
That's a lot of books.
It is a lot of books. To certify over here, because, you know, why not? 1, 2, 3. I'll take the lock off my extra chair. And then I will use my 2 shifts to... I'm gonna pick up this yellow design, this black one. Do I want the black one? No, I want a blue one. Do I have a blue one easily? Yeah, a blue one. Alright. Yeah.
Okay, so nappy time.
Yep.
Sandra wakes up, hops over to my department. I go, "Oh, the boss. No, thank you."
Run away! And then I will... Over to the assembly line.
Okay, well, first up, I have a lot of business to take care of here. I think how I'm going to do this is I am going to use these 2 tiles to acquire the 2 cars on the track, which is a cost based on their position, the first car being 1 shift, the second and third being 2 shifts, and the fourth being 3 shifts. So I'm going to take these 2 for 1 and 2, or 3 shifts, which I have for being in the area.
Yep.
I will shuffle these into the pile here. Well, I will attempt. I will make a huge mess, apparently. And then I will go ahead and upgrade this one, like so,
Okay.
with this cube, by spending a shift. So, green,
I moved up the yellow thing.
what the
4
heck?
points.
I'm just going to take the point.
Also, because you acquired the car, the pace car is going to move up 2 spaces.
Yes, indeed.
And is going to trigger a meeting.
That's right. So we'll take the big fatty fat cube and place it in the meeting box as a very visual reminder
Yes.
that we've got a meeting coming. So now I choose which garage to put my cars in. I could definitely use those 2 books. Shift would sure be nice, but do I have much I can even score in a meeting? Not really. So maybe I will take the shift for insulation. Bump back up to 3. Take my 2 books, and my turn is done.
Okay. Well, since we're here, might as well use 2 of my shifts. You know what? I'm going to just certify in this. I'm going to certify. And that's going to unlock this. And that's my turn.
Now Sandra takes a look at the parts department again.
Yep.
She sees the peach in the rear, but having plenty of parts, decides no punishments required.
Yay!
She does, however, clear out the orange department.
Yes.
She goes nighty-night, and time for our meeting.
Yes.
Now the meetings are definitely where things get really interesting, because now, in order based on the certification... Ooh, we've been certifying and not moving up the track. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. You are 1, 2, 3 departments, so go ahead and take 3 rewards.
Okay.
Basically, each time she certifies, she moves up to the next tier, picks an open spot, and takes that reward.
Alright, well, I'm gonna grab the book.
Okay, book for you.
And the shift in the chair.
Okay, 1 chair, 1 shift.
And then, oh snap. I'm gonna get the double random parts.
Okay, and it looks like, only actually have 1 certification somehow. So I'm gonna take 3 points. You can't beat 3 points.
No. Okay. Good thing we
Right.
remembered that.
So, being furthest to the right on the certification track, she gets to speak first.
Okay.
Now, basically, we each have to play at least 1 card, one of our goals here, as a publicly available goal. Beyond that, we can choose to try and score as many other things as we have available seats. And of course, if we want to score our own private goal, we have to have a seat available for it too.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna... Yeah. I'm gonna put out my private goal. And I'm going to play on it for 4 points.
And that is...
Oh, that is the certification in the assembly line.
Now, the number right there is amount of points scored. This is the amount of times you can score the goal with your chair. So if it, for example, was something that said, let's say this guy here, 4 points for having an upgraded whatever that is, design, and it could be done twice. So if you had 2 of these yellow upgrades, you would actually score 8 points for playing a seat. However, each person after the first to score it gets 1 less X, to a minimum of 1.
And the amount of people and times it can be played on is indicated by the numbers of chair. Like, that one's only got 1 chair. Okay.
So, okay, well, let's see. Maybe I'd like to snake a public goal. In fact, I think I would. I want to make sure to get on to the green car before you decide to screw me out of points.
How am I getting on the green car?
Well, you would score 0 off it, but it would mean I would only get 4 instead of 8, which I will get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you score your 4?
I did. I am going to... I'm going to go ahead and score this one. which is the certification in the
I should have done that.
design you should have.
Oh, well.
3, 4.
Well, I have to play one of my goals before I can be done, so I think I will go with this goal. Which, unfortunately, I only have one of that upgrade, but still, 4 points is 4 points.
Trying to think of saving the chair, because you get to save any unused chairs for the next meeting, and sometimes getting your chairs unlocked can be tricky. But at the same time, it's passing up on points. But it's only passing up on 4 points, considering the gap. No, I'm gonna pass.
Okay. And I will also pass, obviously, being out of chairs and all.
Yeah.
So now the meeting is over.
Yep.
So we'll put our used seats back face down. We will clear out the public goals. We will each designate one of our remaining goals as a goal for the next round.
Was that a face down?
Oh, yes, it was. And, normally you play them face down, but, we've already both picked, so. And then 2 randoms, since this is a 2-player game. Okay, and that's our agenda for the next meeting.
Yeah.
We'll place the cube back over here.
And advance how many meetings we have.
Yep.
As meetings are our...
The game will end when the total of that and that together equals 5. So a 2 here and a 3 there, or a 3 here and a 2 there.
Okay.
Alright, so now I need to pick a department. Yes.
I think this is a good stopping place.
Alright, well let's just skip ahead to Sandra ending the week here, just so I can show you why I was doing what I was doing. Gosh, so that'll make a little sense. Basically, how it's going to work is you score 2 points for each upgrade you made that's tested, and for each vehicle testing. Yep. So, with 2 green cars and 4 green upgrades, I'm scoring 2, 4, 6, 8 for car 1 and 2, 4, 6, 8 for car 2. Getting 16 points off the end of the week meeting. As I can acquire more green cars and more green upgrades, that will get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Also, if I decide to start with some green upgrades, you would get a point for each of those.
That's another advantage to focus. It makes it much harder for your opponent to squeeze in on any of your points. So, that would be 16, which would be 57.
Wow.
And what would you get off of it?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, because you have no cars.
Right.
Anyway, so that's kind of why I was doing that whole thing. Yeah, so there you go. You've seen Kanban. We will repeat that until the numbers equal up to 5. Then we would do the final scoring, where we do one final meeting and all that stuff. And then the final scoring tile, which is, the same basic deal with the seats, for some pretty big points if you've accomplished those goals.
Yep.
And that'll about do it. Let's get on over to the summary and figure out what this all meant.
All right.